Economists often argue that the market system is a better economic system for many activities than command and control or tradition. They usually follow one of two approaches to support the claim that markets are good. The first approach is to argue that markets maximize the liberties of individuals to pursue their interests. The second approach is to argue that markets allocate resources in socially beneficial ways. John Locke and John Stuart Mill contended that the ultimate aim of society and government is to maximize the liberties of its citizens to enable them to pursue their own self-interest. In this view, the only limit to individual liberty is when one person's pursuit of his own self-interest harms another person. Consider the following questions. What do you prefer? To be free to choose or to have someone decide for you? When are you more free? When you're deciding what to purchase or following the decree of a government official? Who knows better what you need or want, you or someone else? When are you more likely to obtain what you want or need? When you are deciding what to purchase or when someone else determines what you receive? Do you think poor people make worse decisions for themselves than rich people? John Stuart Mill wrote in his book On Liberty, "The sole end for which mankind are warranted, individually or collectively, in interfering with the liberty of action of any of their number is self-protection. The only purpose for which power can be rightfully exercised over any other member of a civilized community against his will is to prevent harm to others. His own good, either physical or moral, is not a sufficient warrant. He cannot rightfully be compelled to do or forbear because it will be better for him to do so, because it will make him happier, because in the opinion of others to do so would be wise or even right. These are good reasons for remonstrating with him, or reasoning with him, or persuading him, or entreating him, but not for compelling him, or visiting him with any evil in case he do otherwise. The only part of conduct of any one for which he is amenable to society is that which concerns others, and the part which merely concerns himself, his independence is of right absolute, over himself, over his body and mind, the individual is sovereign." Thomas Jefferson and Ronald Reagan echoed this view. Thomas Jefferson said, "What is more necessary to make us happy and a prosperous people? Still one thing more, fellow citizens, a wise and frugal government, which shall restrain men from injuring one another, shall leave them otherwise free to regulate their own pursuits of industry and improvement, and shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread it has earned. This is the sum of good government." Ronald Reagan said, "The American dream that we have nursed for so long in the country and lately neglected is not that every man must be level with every other man. The American dream is that every man must be free to become whatever God intends him to become." Milton Friedman called himself a classical liberal. He argued that markets provide the most liberty for individuals to pursue their own self-interest without harming others. By definition, voluntary trade is based upon mutual benefit and cooperation, not coercion or harm to either party. Two parties trade voluntarily only when they both expect to benefit. A buyer buys from a seller because the buyer thinks the purchase is in his best interest, not because a government official commands it. A farmer grows corn on her land because as she views it as being in her best interest, not because an expert issued a decree. A student studies because he views the investment as being in his best interest, not because he is signed to a university as a result of a national test.